Hello everyone, and welcome back to Crypto Space. My name is Andrea and this is the TA Castle. So, a little bit of a new intro today. Ooh. So, as you can see from the virtual cockpit, everything is all green, yeah, and that looks so nice. Nice. Let's have a look at the coin matrix. Here we go. So most of the things you see are now green, as we just mentioned. So 50 Bitcoin is over 50k, which is very good news. Indeed, it is 50.5 right now, which is super important that this level is that the close will be above 50k. Also Ethereum is very green, over 5%, but also all the other coins, Solana, BNB, Avalanche, Doge, even Cardano, Matic, Shiba, Crow, and so on and so forth. Still not altcoin season, not yet. 41, that's the index to look. And we also see the fear and greed index there, 16. Well, we had a super bad weekend, to say the least. Actually, super bad prior weeks, and we broke down in the worst possible way, one of the worst breakdown of Bitcoin in history of the asset. So, but before we talk about Bitcoin, let's have a look at I think what's important to look today. Everyone was very fearful, and instead S&P 500 is actually painting a really nice green candle, actually bullish engulfing candle, right? So after the fear of breaking down this very key level, 4,536, actually, we managed to close above, not once but 2 times, 3 times. So really nice. And if there's a correlation with the crypto market, then it's a good thing, because this thing's not gonna go down anytime soon. So that's really positive. Let's have a look at the Bitcoin chart. It's now actually pumping, and if we will not get any rejection here, we are back inside the channel. And guess what? There was a big week down, nasty week down, a lot of liquidations there. But after a couple of days and a slow weekend, we are actually back above 50k, which is extremely good. Still this descending wedge. Could this still be valid? I don't know. Maybe let's keep it drawn on the chart for a while. Here we see a few more levels on this one. Also some more demand line, supply line. So we also broke this very long-term demand line, which goes back to July, and then we have touches in September, throughout September, previous dip, and could have held here but didn't. So is this a retest of this demand line, which could become now a resistance? That's something that we don't know yet. Also negative momentum still being building up. Nothing really that tells us that we can become bullish on Bitcoin just yet. We need to wait a little bit more and be more patient. On the RSI, we still have this line which we draw a few days back. We're still very much below this. I'm afraid that we will just hover it here in the bearish territory for a while. Usually when this kind of correction happen, they never happen in one single impulse. So it's always 2 or 3 impulses. So that means that we have to spend a little bit more time suffering and hopefully just confirming and claiming back again 50k as a key support. That would be really great. And the Cypher, once again, it's not flashing green, so you have to be extremely cautious, But it's good to see most of the coins in back in green. Today was for most of the day was all red, very much red. Volatility is really high at the moment. Biggest gainer on my list, at least notorious one, we do have Cake plus 11%, Matic plus 11%, Tezos 6.5%, ENB 5.8%, and so on and so forth. Zilliqa 4%. That's crazy volatility, really. Good luck trading this volatility, guys. I'm not going to do that. I'm just holding my bags for the moment, because you could really go into the shorter time frames, like 4 hours here. You can see that this line, which was regarded previously as support, and we broke it on the 4th of December, was now tested multiple times as resistance, and that potentially now breaking this resistance, and but it's still too early to say that this will become support. We need to back test it and confirm that this is now support once again. And what does it mean if this is support once again? That means that probably, just probably, maybe this formation is still valid. Maybe it still has potentially something to say, which is bullish formation, and that would be kind of epic, really. This epic fake out and long liquidations before the real long happen, and potentially even lots of short liquidations, because I believe many people here became really bearish when they saw these huge red candles. And so really trade with extreme cautiousness. I will. I'm just holding my bags right now, and let's have a look at Ethereum as well. Let's look at Ethereum. Where is it? Let's look at Ethereum, the USD. I mean, nothing to see here, just going sideways. This big dump really did not affect much. Ethereum is still running up really nicely. The strength of Ethereum is really within this chart here. It's going parabolic. 85, what is it, 85,800, almost a million Satoshi, I don't know, 85,000, let's say, Satoshi. And it's probably going to previous all-time high, which is, I believe, around here. First stop, but then it can even shoot much higher, and then we will see much higher prices for Ethereum. So really nice. So look back at the chart. Big indecision candle last week, and now we're engulfing already. So we didn't see a look at the weekly for Bitcoin. Looks really horrible. Maybe we're gonna paint something positive this week. Could be that really we need to close above 53,000. That would be super important. That would be a really bullish sign for everyone if we manage to close the week above 53, or even here, even above 50 is a good level actually. Not too optimistic on the weekly as well, because there's still negative momentum We don't know if this was an inflection point. We don't know if this is an inflection point. So it's a bit early to say, to become bullish on Bitcoin. While on Ethereum is much, let's say, easier, but lately the market was pretty nasty, and when everybody was expecting to see higher prices in Bitcoin, then we got this mega dump. And now that everybody's expecting to see Ethereum shooting to the moon, that could happen the opposite. It could happen that Bitcoin regains a bit of market strength, and there's an inflection point in Ethereum. So the argument for that, it could be that we do have a slight bearish divergence here and here, which might play out. Maybe this was the thing already. On the weekly, on the daily, I don't think we can see that. On the daily, we did have this, which played out nicely. There an argument for bearish divergence here? I think so. Don't think so. It looks really nice. It looks really good. Ethereum looks really good. I think so bullish. So bullish. Let's look at Cardano. Wish we could say the same. I believe let's draw a line here. Let's draw our supply line. We'll draw it like this, or maybe like this. Draw it like for the moment. 2 touches. Still a bit weak. What happened? It just broke down, and that's the level nobody really wanted to see. Back to February. Once again, up and down, and then up and then down. So what's going on the daily? Working on engulfing candle. 3 days still looks very horrible. Yeah, that's actually pretty accurate. So I believe we need to work on this line. It could take a while. It could take even a month maybe to paint a reversal. It could be that we go up and test again. Well, first there's this level here, clear up 1.5, and then maybe we're going to test here again 1.8, and then we need to see what's gonna happen. On 3 days there's a huge negative momentum, but I believe on the daily as well, not much of a positive momentum in the last 2 or 3 months. But hey, this is a positive sign, and it is an engulfing candle, and you see it visited already these levels a while ago, so it might be that the buyers are coming in again, and it becomes a bit more interesting once again after a long sell-off. So let's look at BNB, one of my favorite, also very bullish, also very strong, same as Ethereum. You almost didn't notice the dump. Yeah, it was like a nasty wick, but this very strong support level. And now it's back again, bullish engulfing candle. And you know what? Potentially we also have some bullish divergence. If it's confirmed, at least working on it. Yeah. So really good. Actually, if this finally looks and confirm as a consolidation sideways, BNB could ultimately put a next target of 992, or say close to 1,000. I think that's the target that makes more sense for BNB. All right. Meanwhile, let's go back to Bitcoin. Is not really depends on the exchange. The overlay says 50,800. On Bitstamp it is 50,550 now, so it's going down a little bit. Let's have a look at the details for this chart. You see there was clear breakout. Let's see what this brings us. It's really interesting. From a very long-term perspective, we can say that, let's pull out the moving average. So we basically went and tested the 50-day moving average with this previous dump, yeah, here, which we go time to time, and so far it held like here more or less. Here didn't even touch briefly, and then now we are on the 34 weekly moving average. Actually, I would say that if things stay like they are now, then we confirm that this is support again, which is really good, and possibly heading for much higher targets. That's really good news. So what target? In case we should go up and this is holding, then our level would be at least to retest 58.8 and then possibly regain back this level, which we will try to holding, which is as well 21 moving average around 53, and then possibly from there it's a good base to move up again. Okay, let's go back to the S&P 500 very quickly. Also pretty good close, quite strong. Volatility also still very high. I mean, it behaves like crypto. That's really crazy. Things have going really wild. Let's have a look at gold. Actually, I mean, what to say with gold? Doing the same over and over again. This correction lasts really forever. While still look at gold. Dollars index is still not moving much. So that's more or less the macro. Let's have a look at the final one. Crude oil. That's a good sign after selling off for the entire week. We have bullish engulfing candle and possibly signaling some sort of reversal. If crude oil keeps on running, then the whole market keeps on running. I mean, that's an old rule and potentially applies to Bitcoin as well, strangely enough, but this is the case, at least so far. One day I hope we don't have to look at the S&P 500 anymore while talking about Bitcoins. I'm super surprised that it's now behaving like a security, like a traditional security, like a Wall Street asset. It shouldn't be. It should be an alternative to fiat money. Instead, it's very affected by it. So it's probably still in the early stage of the asset. And okay, I think back to Bitcoin. I think we need to first off, well, I think it will close probably and test the 21 moving average here on the 4-hour. It close back above this line, yeah, on the daily. That represents 200 moving average, yeah, on the daily. If we close above, that's a good sign, yeah, that's a good sign. here. Yeah. And if we go down, if we break this line, then this happens. This whole shit happens, and nobody wants really to stay 3 months sideways waiting for the reversal. So it's super important that we keep above this line. All right, so this is it for today, guys, and I think for today it's good enough. So till the next time, do not get wrecked.